Hey everybody, it's Kimberly Eichelle with Talented Television, and I am so excited. I have with me today one of Las Vegas's finest, Mr. I.C. Jonez. Yes, indeed. You are in for a treat, so make sure you stay tuned. You do not want to miss this. So I see, hey, what's up? What's going on over there? Hey.
I'm just grinding, man. Grinding, so it all pay off and work out for my children's children. You smell me?
I know that's right. I know that's right. Well, I'm so excited to have you with me today via Zoom. We making it through this pandemic and everything, but we're going to make some things happen. I got an artist with me ready to give me some info. So we're going to dig a little today so that people can find out who you are. And for those that don't know I.C. Jonez, they're going to find out today. What you say? You're going to learn today.
They're going to learn today.
Yes, indeed. So I can say that my first time seeing you was a few years back. It's actually been quite a few years at this point. And you were rapping for an event. I believe it was at a fashion show, and you were one of the artists that was there. And I was so impressed with your skills. So first, for those that don't know you, let everyone know what I.C. Jonez stands for. How did you come up with the name I.C. Jonez?
It's been my nickname for a long time. I started out as Lil Icy.
Okay.
I've been a rapper since I was 12, and then I found my rap name when I was in high school. And so basically my dad used to always say, "You too cool to take out the trash, you too cool to do your homework, you too cool." So two cools is ice Celsius. So that's what the IC stands for.
I see. So you just too cool.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
And
That's
the
awesome.
acronym ICE is I can entertain.
I can
I
entertain.
I can entertain cold, and then Jones is my mom's maiden's name, my grandmother's Jones. So she passed away when I was 13. And it was a devastating blow, you know what I'm saying? The patriarch of the family, you know what I'm saying? The one who taught me how to pray, and the one I heard really, without her actually having to go to church every Sunday and Wednesday, and she was a prayer warrior. I think all of us are still living off of them prayers, you know what I'm saying? So Jones came from her, and that's I just made my full stage name I.C. Jonez. I wanted to be like a real name,
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get that. Well, that is a wonderful thing. For those that didn't know, now you know where IC got his cool name from, right?
Right.
Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed. So tell me how you kind of got into the rap game and what it really means to you.
So I started writing at the age of 9. I wrote R&B music because my aunt Di Romano, she was a singer, and she had put out a maxi single, and I was just like, wow, like this is tangible. And so I asked my auntie if I was able to actually, can I get a notebook and can I write with you type thing, And she gave me a notebook, and I wrote my my lyrics down. I wrote my first song. It was called Sweet Love.
Okay.
And I was, singing it to the family, cousins. They laugh and be like, "Oh, that's dope," or whatever. And I kept doing that. Put together like a little family, like my cousins and some neighbors put together a little group, and we rehearsed. I think it was either "Beauty" is her name or another Drew Hill song. We practiced it, and so one of my cousins, auntie, was dating. This my cousin too, but she was dating Michael Bivins. And so we had front row tickets and backstage passes
The
to
new edition?
Audition. Yeah, you know when they came out,
Wow.
in the late '90s, they came
Uh,
out with another album.
yes.
So we went on that, to that show, and we had a chance to, introduce ourselves as a group and perform for them. Tell me why when we get back there, everybody frees up. I'm like, y'all, we can't do this without everybody.
No.
So, we kind of blew that chance. Everybody froze up and was just like, scared and starstruck or whatever.
Right.
Um, so then, it kind of let me down. But then also I was always being, um, people would try to make it seem like I sound like Batman from IMX from
Mature.
Immature.
Right.
Yeah, comparison. And
Wow.
I didn't like the comparison. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm not him. I don't want to be like that.
Uh-huh.
And so then I kept, I was seeing some other stuff in the industry on the R&B side too. I was like, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not feminine. Like, I can't twist my body like that. And so
Absolutely.
uh, then I heard All Eyes on Me from Tupac.
Oh, and it changed your life.
He wasn't the first rapper I listened to, wasn't the first rapper that, I was a fan of or whatever the case may be. But man, that album and how he was just out on bail fresh out of jail, California. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he just tore up the scene and was just like West Coast to the fullest. And I was just like, bro, I never seen somebody so like hard to the core, but like
Yes.
still reach everybody with songs like Dear Mama and Brenda's Got a Baby, and but
Mm-hmm.
then he was just such a gangster though, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
still have respect. So I was like, I like his, how he can do that. He could flip it. You know what I'm saying? And then he got murdered in Vegas.
Yeah.
And it just when my grandma Helen was hurt from that, I was like, wait a minute, he made a huge impact. If this godly woman,
Right.
it's like, why they kill that boy? So I was like, wait a minute, like his impact is strong because he has some songs that can reach everybody.
Wow.
So that kind of shifted me to start, writing raps and poetry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then after that, it was just like freestyling in the garage and like hitting the record button on the tape player. You know what I'm saying? Beatboxing
The
on
tape
that
player. You got a little age on you if you're talking about a tape player.
I do. And so, me and the homies was getting down, and then by the time I hit high school, I was jumped into the gang, and I became a head of the clique that I was in, and life took a different turn, and I was a gangster. Like,
wow.
I never claimed to be like this hardcore gang banger, but I was definitely a gang member, and I was affiliated with a lot of different gang members because back in my day, late '90s, early 2000s, cliques started coming together where you didn't have to rep the same gang.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all, homies and y'all clique together, then we made a clique. And so, with that being said, more trouble, more drama, more promiscuity, all of that came with it. And I would always just, let my frustration out or let my lifestyle out on record. My first studio, I was like 15, 16 years old.
Right.
And I made my first rap song. And then the homies heard it at school and they wanted to get on it. So then it just became this dope song that everybody was on that I had created. And I was like, wow, I got something here, And I remember that, I said I rap about some pimp-ish, some player-ish, some gangster regulator-ish, some ish that you can feel me with. And it was like a little harmony with it.
Right.
And man, next thing you know, everybody like, they wanted a copy. So then I made a compilation, and then I put together a rap group. We was called LIL Kids, Living in Luxury, Keeping It Dirty Style. And that's when I was a little icy. We had Lil One, we had Lil Quick, and we had I forgot my homie Evan name. I forgot his name, but yeah, we was all LIL Kids.
So you
Yeah,
said you knew that you had something, and you definitely have something. So you're not new to this. For those who may not have heard of you as of yet, you've been grinding in this thing for a minute.
absolutely, absolutely. So
Absolutely.
officially now, like recording as a recording artist, 20 years now.
20 years.
Yeah, if I put it at like 16, like yeah, it's 20 years since I've been a recording artist for sure.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell me, what brought about a change for you? Because it sounds like, as you said, Tupac was one of your major influences. Um,
Correct.
and you were in the streets and you were doing, things that I'm sure your grandma wasn't proud of at that time. So what turned your
Well,
life around?
she had passed away at that time, but at the same time, it's like you know, it's the surroundings that I
Yeah.
was around. I wasn't hanging around uh the preppy kids all the time. Mind you, I got friends of all walks of life. I got the
Hmm.
straight A student, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On down to the girl that everybody, doing their thing with. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh-huh.
I'm just friends with everybody, you know what I mean? But, the change came about when I was selling weed. I had already went through selling almost every drug you could think of, and my cousin got murdered from selling
Wow.
crack um, over like a turf war thing, and then earlier that same year, my big homie he got murdered on the west side of Las Vegas,
Oh my goodness.
gang affiliated thing, and then my daughter was born that year. My big homie that he died in January, his son was born April. It was just like a crazy year for me. But
Yeah.
anyway, fast forward, no crack, no more cocaine, no more crystal meth, no more heroin, no more armed robberies and all of that stuff. Like I just was like, let me cool down and let me just sell some weed.
Okay.
And I was doing that, and then I said, okay, I can't just keep doing the petty thing. Let me step up, the weight that I'm selling.
Okay.
And so I told my customers like, yo, you gotta get this or better. You know what I'm saying? And if not, you go over there, ain't tripping, but this is what I'm doing.
Right.
So they go and tell on me. Now, mind you, I'm a hustler, so I'm the candy man and I'm
Yeah.
the weed man. You feel me?
Wow. So you
You know,
said
and
your clientele, I guess I should say, went and told on you.
yeah. And so Italia calls me from the office, cussing me out. Italia is the manager of the property,
Okay.
cussing me out and telling me take that damn candy sign off your door. You ain't selling just no candy. You over there selling that weed. And if you don't stop selling that weed, I'm gonna send the police to your house and CPS, and you're gonna lose your kids if you don't stop selling that ish. And I was just like, whoa. She had love for me though, because I was a community advocate. I always been about my community. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's why I didn't sell hardcore drugs, and that's why I stopped doing that because you know what I'm saying. It's just it was detrimental to my community. So I used to give back. I used to do stuff in the apartment complex, all that. So after I just like I slowed the traffic down, and I
Hmm.
started going to like the corner store. I didn't just stop, but then I started seeing unmarked cars in front of my house, and
Oh,
I was like, wait a minute, like nah, I really gotta stop. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And then I had to reflect on my life and like where I was at and what I was doing and like why am I doing it? And I was like, I wasn't raised this way. Like
Yeah.
this ain't how I was raised, and you know, I don't want to lose my family over selling some weed. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, that
So
makes a lot of sense.
my family is all church oriented. Like my grandfather was a bishop. God rest his soul. He passed away this year. Bishop Ishmael, rest in peace, granddaddy. My uncle Micah Ishmael, pastor. Uh, my other uncle Michael Jones, pastor. So I went back to church, and when I went back to
Yes.
church, my uncle Micah Ishmael was telling his testimony. And I may have heard it a few times, but this time it resonated with me like, whoa. we was kind of in the same, you know, and now you over here
Amazing.
pastoring and yada yada yada. So basically, I like this time I really surrendered to God. Like I've been saved since I was 13. I've been knowing God since I was 5. My
Right.
grandmother Helen Jones taught me how to pray when I was 5. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Wow.
boom, I'm like, all right, I gotta like stop everything, whatever. So I take all of my lyrics, my old lyrics, and I take them to this cul-de-sac and I burn them. I just got this urge to like get rid of all my
So you took all of your creative writings that you had from over the years and you just burnt them up.
new, old, yeah, burnt them up.
Wow.
And as it's burning, smoke is, going, and I'm having my one-on-one with God. And I'm like, God, like, what do I do? Like, I rap, but I want to rap for you. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even possible, but I want to rap for you. He says, yes. He says, and by burning this, it is a sweet smelling aroma and it is a sacrifice.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, well, I need a team. Like, I need people. You got to bring people to me. You got to surround me with other people that's on the same level, or of course I'll go back. And next thing you know, like, I was surrounded by
A
all
new
kinds.
clique, a new crew.
Saint City Project, baby.
Yes,
Saint City, not
indeed.
Sin City.
Saint City. So I see you're from Las Vegas, right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised, and your community loves you. I was going through your press kit and things like that, and I saw, that you've been in high rotation on 88.1 and things like that. So, what does this Las Vegas Valley mean to you?
Everything.
Everything.
I would not be. I don't know. Who knows where I would be if I was anywhere else? But I do know that being here has created a living, a
Yeah.
lifestyle. I'm a pillar in the community. Um, it's everything. It's where my kids are born and they're being raised. And my mama was born and raised here. I was born and raised here. It's just a generational thing for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
This is
But
home. This is
right.
home.
But to know that when I used to step outside and be like, I'm gonna make some money today with my CDs. Like, period.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I've sold thousands, tens of thousands of CDs right here in the city.
I believe it. I believe it. I remember when one of your CDs had dropped and you kind of inboxed me or hit me up or whatever, and you were like, I got new music out. I'm like, okay, bring it to me. I'm at work. And you
Right.
literally came up to my job and brought me that, project. So
Hold up.
I know you are about getting that music out and you are serious about what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Tell me one of your favorite songs and why. One of the favorite songs that you've written and why.
Of mine. Um, Gospel rap. My first song,
Okay.
gospel rap. It just took off.
Yeah.
And everywhere I would go, people would quote the chorus. So
What was the
it,
chorus?
they saying icy, make another gospel track. They like this gospel rap. Where my Christians at? This that Christian rap. Where your Bibles at? Grab your Bibles and clap to this Christian rap. Come on, icy.
Hey.
So everybody be like, hey yo, icy, make another gospel track. Everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And the cool part about it is they didn't even play that one on 88. They played my second one, which is
Uh-huh.
Raise the Word. And Raise the Word took me, it really, it gave me what I asked God for and what he told me he would do. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And
Yeah.
then it just opened the door. And ever since then, anytime I send them some dope music of mine that I released, it's in rotation.
It's in rotation. That's a blessing. It's a
Oh man.
blessing. And your lyrics are a blessing. And your message, you have positive messages in the music. I remember we were gonna do an event together. And I believe you invited me to the event and I was gonna sing, but you were, performing that night. And just the kids that night blew me away when they saw you. It was like seeing anybody else that was
Right.
huge, They were like, I see. And I'm like, oh, this one
Yeah.
got fans.
He got fans there. Yeah.
He got fans. So I'm like, okay, I see you. But
Yeah.
one thing that I really enjoy about your music, first of all, it goes hard. I like
Thank
music, period. So something that got a beat that I could roll with, while I'm driving down the street or whatever, I love it.
you.
But
Right.
what I also love about you is that you must make a conscious effort to make sure that we understand what you're saying because I hear your lyrics literally.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I always like to enunciate properly. I use my syllables. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
come on, syllables.
All right. And I make things rhyme that normally wouldn't rhyme together. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, but yeah, I do that on purpose. And sometimes I thought it was a little extra, but once I had older Caucasian men and women in their 60s, like, I don't listen to rap. I never have, but I can listen to you all day. I'm like, I'm doing something right.
oh yes, oh yes, you crossing over mainstream now.
But but even
It is like I said. Huh?
when the black grandmas, they be like, I need to get you to see my grandson because he out in the streets and he just needs to do what you doing.
Yeah, yeah, they trying to get you. I told you, you got fans from 8 to 80.
Right, right.
That's a
Yes.
good thing. I love that.
But
So
that's the
you're doing.
Tupac. That's the Tupac in me. You feel me?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, it goes all the way back. You are absolutely right. It goes back to the story that you just told about your grandmother and how when he passed, it touched her,
Yeah.
it brought tears to her eyes. So you have that same effect, that same gift, but you
Yeah.
rapping for Christ. So
Absolutely.
that's
All
what
day.
the difference is.
All day.
Yes, yes, indeed. So you're on radio too. Tell me what it is that you do at
Hot 702.5 FM.
Hot 702.5 FM. Tell the
Yeah.
people how they can find that station and also what it is that you do over there.
So hot7025fm.com is the site. Uh I mean we're on all social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Um and then of course we have our own app, but that's how you listen in to the station at large is hot7025fm.com.
Nice.
My personal show on Thursdays at 4 p.m. You can find me on my Instagram at Hot Seat with Icy Jones, Facebook Hot Seat with Icy Jones, and YouTube Hot Seat with Icy Jones. And so, my catalog is on YouTube uh, with all my interviews that I've done. I'm almost 2 years in
Nice.
February, and so I'm a radio show host. I also help other people start their platform. So I help Vegas driving artists start their platform.
Hmm.
Um, and then My Rap Mentor, I'm a co-host on Fridays at 12 p.m. So Thursdays 4 p.m. Hot Seat with Icy Jones every Thursday, and then Fridays 12 p.m. every Friday. So Hot Seat with Icy Jones is for business owners and community leaders and just people who are staples out here. You know what I mean? And
Gotcha.
then we kind of put them in the hot seat. We kind of ask those tough questions and ask those questions where we could take you back, maybe a tearjerker or maybe something that's like, wow, let me think about that for a minute. Those are my type of questions. But on My Rap Mentor, it's all about the music business and like growth and you know um, money and branding, things like that.
You've been in the business for so long now. Of course, you can mentor, those that are coming back. And it's so great that you are continuing to pour back into your community. So I am
Thank
very excited about what you're doing. Also excited because you have apparel as well, correct?
you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. There it is. There it is. Tell the people out here how they can get their hands on your apparel.
www.icyjonez.com. I don't even know why I just said www. It don't even matter. It's just icyjones.com.
You know why you said that? Because I told you you got a little age on you when you said tape recorder. So people that still say www, we know why.
I usually never say it, but I'm feeling good. You got me feeling good in this interview. I appreciate you. You are
Awesome.
an amazing interviewer. Like, I
Thank
love it. You're
you.
amazing. Your energy
Oh,
is
thank you so much. I appreciate that. So,
100.
yes, yes, indeed. So, Icy, do you freestyle?
Not necessarily. I don't really. I don't play around no more,
But you
but I
like
used
to
to freestyle.
pen your things. Well, it makes
No,
sense because if you're talking about God, you want to make sure that you're getting the message across. Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Clear and precise. Because who knows who's listening to your music? Just like Tupac touched you, you're touching people who never would have even heard about Christ. I know that, like you've already said, you're active in the community. So there are people who are listening to you every day. So it makes sense to me.
I now I can go in the studio for
Uh-huh.
studio etiquette, and I can freestyle punch in because I'm able to mess up. I'm able to keep what I like. I'm able to punch
Yes,
in and do a whole verse or song without writing it, but it's flowing from my heart. You know what I mean? Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, more than not, I'm writing for sure. I'm writing. I'm a writer
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Okay. I get it. I'm a writer too. I've been writing for a long time. It's so funny. Just the way that God kind of drops music to me. I don't play an instrument. I should have kept playing my clarinet. That was the only thing that I played. But I
I
don't
had a
play.
clarinet in band, and so did my mom and daddy. That's why I got the clarinet. Go ahead.
Hey,
Go
come
ahead.
on, clarinet.
Come on, clarinet. Come through. Come through.
Exactly. Yes. So when God drops music to me or songs to me, He gives me exactly how the song is to go. I have the verse, I have the chorus, I have the bridge, all of those things. So, and it can come to me at any time. So, how does God give your music to you? Do you hear the beat first, or how do you find yourself writing your tracks?
So when I was younger, we didn't have YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't just
Hmm.
go find no beats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you did, it was like a mainstream beat. You know what I mean? And you do
Right.
like a mixtape or whatever. So I used to write to no beat and then fit it to beats when producers come bring me beats, local
Come
producers.
on.
And so, that's how I end up with a lot of lyrics and stuff because sometimes it just don't fit
Right. So
the beat.
you're basically a composer.
Yes,
You're
absolutely.
composing
Now,
everything.
when I do get a beat though,
Uh-huh.
I let the beat, speak. You know what I mean? And so I'm
Marinate.
like, what is this beat trying to say? And then, God will drop what I'm supposed to, how the content's supposed to be and kind of like how the flow go. And then,
Hmm.
we get to it. But I let the beat speak because the beat is its own entity and it's trying to say something, you know?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
let me say it.
Let me say it. This has been a fun interview. One
For
of
sure.
my thank you. I'm glad to have you. I really am. One of my favorite parts, first of all, let me say thank you for being one of my first guests on Zoom. This
Hey,
pandemic, it tried to slow me down because I've been going about 2 years now too. But usually, my interviews are in person, but I haven't been able to interview. So I've been telling people about my life and things like that, because I'm an artist as well. But
yep.
I'm telling you, you dropped in my spirit the other day. And when I dialed you, you was like, I got you. So thank you for having me. I mean,
Anytime.
it means
Thank
a
you.
lot. It means a lot.
And being that I'm an interviewer, I don't really get interviews that much unless I'm on a press run. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so it feels good to be in the hot seat.
Absolutely. You in the hot seat today.
Yeah. Hmm.
Right. So I see one of my favorite parts of my show is when the guest or the artist gets to teach me something. So at this point, this is kind of time for you to give me that one-on-one, whether you want to teach me some lyrics, drop some knowledge on me. What would you like to teach Kimberly Eichelle?
So you're an artist, right?
Hmm.
And you have music, right?
Correct.
Have a project.
I do not have a full project. I am currently working on new music. I'm
Mm-hmm.
waiting on the gentleman that's producing the music to finish things up, but I got something coming for you real soon.
Okay, good. So let's say you not only have, but like we're in a pandemic, right? So we want to do intimate private gatherings, right?
Okay.
So you want to do pre-sales, okay? You
Okay.
want to use Eventbrite link, right?
Okay.
When you give yourself enough time with pre-sales, 50 people will bring you $2,500. Let me show you how.
Okay.
Usually we'll just say, oh, it's just $10 for the concert and then, $10 for my CD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But if you made it a package deal where they get a CD, they get a t-shirt, they get a meet and greet, they get your concert, right?
Right.
It's gonna be a $50 package.
That's good.
So ahead of time, you know your 50 people that's gonna support you. If you don't, you can find them once you go through your Facebook friends list, and I'm gonna give you one little drop. If you go on Facebook right now and go on the search button, you put my friends who live in Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
all your friends will pop up. If you put my friends who live in Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
all your friends in Phoenix will pop up.
Got you.
So you
See,
don't
I
have
didn't
to
even
go
know that.
righteous. So you got, so once you look through your list of Vegas people, let's say you're going to do your launch right here, like your album release and your launch right here. Okay. So I'm sure you got 50 people that'll love to support you and come see you live, but they want to leave with something. So you give them a CD,
Right.
you give them a shirt. So when they get to the door, you already extracted their emails from Eventbrite. You already extracted the email. So when they get to the door, they just got to say their name, and then we got their package for them already. We knew their size, and they got a CD, right?
Nice.
Then they got that meet and greet. So they get a picture with the Polaroid, and you can
Uh-huh.
sign it. You feel me? But they getting
Yep.
it right then and there. So
That's
they
smart.
leaving with 3 pieces. They leaving with a shirt, a CD, and a picture. Not only that, they leaving with an experience because you gave them the Kimberly Eichelle experience.
Yes.
And it was just 50 people to come see you. So you only need 2 hours. You don't need a whole night, and you don't need a bunch of openers. They just came to see you, a private event.
Wow. I love
And so
that.
with the $2,500 though, they already paid for everything in advance. So you didn't come out of your pocket with anything besides a flyer
Mm-hmm.
and some time to share it with your 50 friends. That's it. And
That's
so
nice.
now you take that money and you go get their 50 shirts, you go get their 50 CDs, you go buy that Polaroid camera, and you go get the 50 for the film. Like,
Right.
you still probably gonna leave out of there with like over $1,000 for sure.
Absolutely. But you know what else? It is showing me not only are they leaving with an experience, but they're leaving promoting you because you've given them, an experience, but also they have your attire and they have
Product.
your CD and they
Yep.
have that picture,
Yep.
so they're going to tell somebody. So you have dropped some serious knowledge, not just for me, but for other artists that are out there. I hope you are paying attention because people don't usually give something away like that for free.
Mhm. Then that's just one city. Now imagine when you did that 10 times, you just brought $25,000 home.
I know that's right.
So if you got
I
to book
know
again,
that's right. I might have to come under your wing. You know what I'm saying? Because you making sense. If it's making money, it's making sense.
you better tell them.
And we're doing what we love, doing what we
Yes,
love, promoting
yes,
the God that we serve,
yes,
being able to interact with people, friends.
yes.
I don't call people really fans, but they my friends, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
From afar.
right. I mean,
So, yeah,
supporters.
supporters.
Mine are camp members because Camp But God is my label now. I have just got my domestic nonprofit corporation. Woo,
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 woo. All right,
woo.
nonprofit. Come
Yeah,
on.
Camp But God, and camp members.
Yes. I'm telling you, you are doing some great things. You are being effective. and I'm sure making people proud. I'm so excited for you and even what's to come.
Thank
Have you dropped any recent projects that you want to promote? I even want people to get your older stuff as well because,
you. Yes.
like I said, it's good.
Yes.
Just to get
So,
up and go to church. You need to pump that because after
righteous.
this pandemic, folks need to get up and go.
I need to get up and go.
Get up
So,
and go to church.
uh, my latest project I dropped is called Gospel Trap Music.
Okay.
Online, it's GTM, Gospel Trap Music, GTM, and that's streaming everywhere. I dropped the video, Zone Out / Out the Mud. That's streaming, and then me and my partner we did another COVID-19 song. So those two are out right now. They streaming. It's amazing, and then this fall I got a whole lot more coming for y'all. So, you know, I got gospel trap music, the street mixtape coming. So look out for that. This is the first time I said that to the public.
Oh, a Kimberly Eichelle exclusive. Come
Drop.
on with the exclusives. Right. I love it. Thank you, IC, for dropping that on me. I'm
100.
super excited about that. Super excited. Like I said, I love you. I love your spirit. I love your music. And I am truly rooting for you to continue winning because I know that the best is yet to come. I know people say that loosely, but I truly believe that. I mean, there are people that are on huge platforms, in the gospel rap industry. But you need to be right there. You need to be right there. You need to be getting that Grammy and all those other awards because I think you are that good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love you too, and your energy is just amazing. We've always been, we've always been partners. You feel me, brother and sister?
Absolutely.
But, just to know that your platform is for others, like mine is for others. You know what I'm saying? Like we're for the community. So I'm always willing to do consultations for artists. If y'all need some more game and want to know how to put it together, I do consultations.
Okay.
I'm very feasible with it. I'm not busting people over the head because I want people to know the game. It's 7 billion people in the world. And a lot of them people love hip hop or R&B. They love us.
Yes.
How about that?
They do.
In our culture. So
they do.
it's enough
they love
out
it
there.
so much they mimic it. So you are absolutely right.
So it's enough out there for all of us. And to be totally honest, you only need a hardcore 1,000 fans. And you can eat off that forever. As long as you keep them, keep that content pushing. But anyway, that's not the point. I do consultations, and then if y'all need marketing promo, that's for my radio show, and the station is for Hot 7025 is upwards of 1.7 million documented listeners.
Did y'all hear that? 1.7?
7.
1.7 million documented listeners. That's a lot of folks that's tuning in. Yes.
And then, of course, like I said, our shows were upwards of like 35,000 what our shows combined of monthly listeners.
Wow.
And this all facts. Like we can go down to, I can give you percentages and gender and all that, but just know that when you spend with me, your money is not null and void. It's actually going towards that real promotional marketing, real followers, real listeners. It really happens. So that's with me. And then, of course, again, icjonez.com. Get at your boy, and everything is Icy Jones. So no matter what app you're on, it's Icy Jonez. You'll find it.
Jonez with a Z, everyone. Because he fly like that, a Z. Hey. So yes. Well, you know where my music is coming when it drops. I'm definitely getting it over to your hands. So I look forward to working with you very soon.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you. You got my love and my support, and we're going to continue to ride this thing until the wheels fall off, doing it for God's glory.
And when they fall off, you might find me sliding on the hubcap. You smell me?
Come on, sliding. Right, you like, I ain't stopping. It ain't going to stop.
Bless you, though. I love you you too, man. Much love to everybody watching. Make sure y'all tune in to Kimberly Eichelle every time she drop a show. Good content, good people, man. And a lot of those people are my people. So, you know, if you support them, you support me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. I see you. Take care. Be blessed. And I will talk with you soon.
100. Thank you. Peace.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to Talented Television. That was Mr. I.C. Jonez of Las Vegas, Nevada. Nobody doing it like him. Continue to watch Talented Television. And hey, I'll see you next time. Bye.